Leading and managing development is a balance between setting a clear direction and helping people to develop themselves. The manager is responsible for setting the clear direction through personal goals and team goals that are closely linked to the company's strategy and overall goals. The manager is also responsible for reminding the team about the goals and to reach out for them. Storytelling about the company's mission, vision, values, strategies, and overall goals help create clarity, purpose, and ambitions. The manager cannot develop people but can help people to develop themselves. Any change means that a person has to take a decision about wanting to change. That comes from inside and not from outside orders, since it is a matter of changing behavior. Whether or not a person wants to develop and change behavior is again a matter of values, competences, and beliefs. The manager can focus on expectations to help each person to go beyond own comfort zone, by focusing on that person's strengths and potential. Leading and managing development is also about helping the person to create a solid foundation, maintain it and build upon it for this person to continuously improve own performance. The manager can help the employees to have a strong foundation at all times, inspiring them to have power to deliver excellence. Your personal behavior has a positive or negative effect depending on the level of the employee's perception of the mental support from you. Appreciative mindset and building on people's strengths are the most effective mental support you can give. When you tell others that they are special, it creates a good foundation as a person, a foundation that is necessary for the individual to have the courage to do and be even more. Different aspects of recognition and appreciation supports building strong foundations. Using recognition and appreciation as an instrument to ensure strong foundations can have multiple purposes. To give one or more a pat on the back in order to ensure that they know their own strengths and can use them even more effectively. To add positive energy, to increase employee satisfaction, and to ensure an even greater well-being. To keep employees for a longer time within the company. To get a person to focus on his or her successes, to repeat the successes in a similar or in a different context. To get Jim, Jack, and Jill to learn from Jennifer's success and gain the courage to have a similar success, or one in a different context. To support progress through identifying areas that can make the individual even more successful. All of the above, and probably much more, help to create the foundation that gives strength and courage to excel. The size of the house you can build is limited when there isn't a proper foundation. The stronger the foundation, the taller the house you can build. This is how it is with people as well. The more we know about ourselves and what we are good at, the more we are able to do. As children, we got praise when we did something that worked. It came from our parents, grandparents, teachers, educators, friends, or others who influenced us. Most of us had plenty of energy to try to outdo ourselves. We ran faster, climbed the highest trees, and spat the furthest. In the teenage period, most of our cheerleaders might have vanished because we became more demanding and there was much more to curse than to enjoy. When we entered the labor market, we got paid to do a job, and many of us had managers who felt it was unnecessary to pat us on the back unless we did something that was extraordinarily fantastic. So the foundation had to be built by ourselves, even if we did not know how to. I guess that some of us were more talented at doing that than others. Some of us have underestimated ourselves and not given ourselves the recognition we deserve. Perhaps we even depreciated ourselves. Others of us have had a greater proportion of self-confidence to build upon and have been talented in recognizing ourselves to a higher degree and perhaps have recognized ourselves too much. We have as humans a need to know if we make a difference. Some would like to make a difference at their job. Have I won? Have I done the right thing and done everything? Have I used my competence? Am I more capable than others? And others would like to make a difference for other people. Have I influenced others? Is the team achieving great things because of me? Have I done something personally for someone else? Do other people like me? When we know that we make a difference, then our foundation becomes stronger. If we are not able to recognize and appreciate the strength that we have, then the foundations are not as strong as they could be, unless there are others who recognize us sufficiently in order for us to realize our strength and thus get a good and solid foundation to build upon. The manager is responsible for developing others and for creating the environment for employees to build strong foundations. At the same time, the manager is responsible for ensuring that employees' foundations remain strong. An uncertain foundation is easy to provoke. For instance, question what the employee is engaged in and then leave the employee even if the employee looks confused or becomes visibly sad. Say out loud that you do not think the details were in order at the latest presentation and do not say what it is exactly and of what significance or importance it was or will be. Say that you know that there is a person who dislikes him or her and do nothing more. Make it clear that you are keeping an eye on the employee because you do not feel confident about the person's performance. Rewrite what the employee is delivering and make it clear that this is how you should have written it. Say that you are not mad, just disappointed. Tell the employee to go home and think about his or her performance in general. Change the subject. Insinuate that you are not satisfied, but do not say what it is exactly that you are not satisfied with. Add a couple of additional frowns to your facial expression while listening to the employee. Become visibly focused on something else while the employee is talking to you. Say in a condescending tone that this subject is not interesting enough for this forum. A good craftsman knows what a crack in the foundation of a house means, namely a weaker foundation and a risk that the house will not stand as long as expected. In a figurative sense, a crack in a person's foundation becomes a threat for the person's inner work life and thus performance. If an employee very often comes to the manager to show or tell what he has done, it is usually a sign that the person is unsure if what he does is actually good enough. If the person is good in recognizing him or herself, then it becomes less important to tell the manager. Recognition and appreciation is the fuel for development, and a person deserves to know how things are and what he or she can be personally proud of. The manager must also consider how many silent, fiery advocates have not received recognition and appreciation, and if they are reluctant to seek it. The silent, fiery advocates are hoping that the manager will sometime discover them, and what are the chances of that if the manager does not have the focus there?